It's always so funny because I can't hear the music
Oh,
cues.
really?
So I'm looking at them like, shit, did it freeze?
I'm like
No,
bobbing and
no,
shit.
it's moving.
It's a
Anyways,
hard
well,
transition, though,
it,
to be fair.
it's a little rough for me because I got no sound.
Yeah.
Anyways, welcome everybody to the Infernal Brotherhood of the Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders. This is in fact a live YouTube vidcast by Star Wars fans for Star Wars fans, and today we're going to be continuing our episodic review of The Bad Batch with Episode 3, Replacements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This might be a short episode.
This is going to be a very short episode, I'm sure.
Let's just do initial thoughts. Just quick, off the top of your head, what are your thoughts?
Quick off the top of my head, two things. One, I had to watch it twice because I fell asleep. Part two of that part one is I fell asleep again watching it.
What?
So I watched it last night. I figured, okay, I'm dozing off because I had a glass of wine in me. I had been working all day. I was busy. So whatever. That's probably why I fell asleep. Today, not the same thing. I'm sitting on the couch, middle of the afternoon, just watching it and catch myself doing this shit because it was that exciting. It was so exciting that, part two of that is my wife got up and was like, I'm going to go fold laundry because that's going to be more exciting than this episode.
Wow.
Chores
over watching the episode.
Yeah.
I was in a totally different place. I was literally in Yellowstone National Park, laying on our hotel bed. There's no TV or anything because we're in Yellowstone. You're supposed to be outside enjoying the sights and stuff. But we have a little bit of downtime and, resting our feet from having walked all day. So we're watching on my phone, and it was not enjoyable at all. I don't
even imagine.
I don't know if it was the location, if it was the episode, if it was the bed, whatever it was. I did not enjoy this episode. All right, so let's get into some details here. It was directed by Nathaniel Villanueva. Maybe not let him do it again.
Please.
It was written by Matt Mishnovets. Let's maybe not let him do that again.
I agree.
I mean, give people a chance, and when they shit the bed, don't invite them back over. That's how I roll.
Unless they're coming over to clean the fucking sheets.
Even then, you already fucked
I just
it up.
send them home with them.
Yeah, there you go. They're yours now. Congratulations.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do a little recap. You wanna start us off here?
No? Sure. God, it was just so bad. There was so much. Okay, whatever. Recap. All right, so the episode starts. The crew's in their ship. It's going through light speed, and they're flying through the tunnel. You see them, and there's little sparks coming off of a coupler capacitor, whatever the fuck they said it was. I don't even remember at this point. Yeah. And it blows. So they end up falling out of hyperspace and are on a direct crash course with some moon. And that's cool. That's the most exciting part of the whole thing. Should have been quicker, but it is what it is.
I mean, we saw it in Empire. Why do we need to see it again?
Why do we need to see a period?
The whole hiding on a moon to fix the ship, or you're hiding from other people. I really felt like we'd already seen this before, and it's times. A brand new episode. So
yeah. Well, God, even with the last show that we watched, the last one that came out, fucking Mandalorian, we got an episode like that, and it was so much better.
Way better.
Way better. And this was thinking back on it. It's basically the same thing, minus the New Republic's not chasing them onto the planet to hide. Right. They get the fucking xenomorph eggs. They get the dark spooky shit. They get, God, it was just so
in every way,
so derivative and not executed properly.
Yeah. So this episode has two tangential stories going on at the same time. And I'm not really invested in either at this point. And this is the third episode of the series.
Yeah.
So the second story is that Admiral Rampart introduces Tarkin to some human recruits who are just regular dudes and dudettes.
From all across the galaxy, we brought 4 people.
Only 4 were willing to join us. from the known reaches of space. We got 4. That's a good start.
That's definitely a start.
And Tarkin's like, nailed it!
Right?
What the fuck? So they had 4 human recruits, non-clones, and I don't know why 4 recruits would suddenly make the Kaminoans like clutch their pearls. They're like, ooh, we've got to do something about this. This is a trend. 4 people. Anyway, so they got this squad. They're going to have Crossfire lead the squad, and they're going to finish the job that the original, Group 99, Squad 99, I can't remember. This whole episode fucked me on this series. I don't even know how it's possible to go from The Mandalorian to Resistance in quality of show. But they did it. Bad Batch did it.
They did it.
I don't get it.
Totally
But they did it. So Crossfire's in charge of going to Onderon and kicking Saw Gerrera's ass, basically, with this human group. If they successfully do it, then congratulations, they're better than clones. The premise is so flawed in every possible way that there's no way that this would be an actual A/B test of skill or ability or anything.
Especially because they already know they're being hunted down by the Empire, for fuck's sake. They already had another troop going after them. Obviously, Saw's going to be gone, for fuck's sake.
So they get there, and the human troops do what any human troop would do, and they're like, whoa, these are children and old ladies. We're not going to kill them. Why would we ever do that? That's insane. Only an insane organization would ask us to do this. And Crossfire's like, good soldiers follow orders. Pew pew.
Yep.
Fuck you. That's the stupidest fucking standpoint of a plot I've ever imagined in my life. As an infant child, just like a toddler playing with little Star Wars action figures, my storylines had more depth than that. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't. I mean, there's been time and time again of shit like that happening in real life, but this is fucking Star Wars.
We're not talking about any real world war here.
Exactly.
These are Star Wars.
Those are fucking lasers and space wizards. Give us something better than that.
Yeah, I don't even know why it bothers me so much, because you're right. Watching a Vietnam era film where this same thing literally happened in reality and we see it echoed in film. Yeah, no, I get it. They're not modified clones. They're just fucked up humans. And maybe that's the difference, is that the whole premise of having a clone is that they're supposed to be superior. And yet this is clearly a defective mindset. Like, even in traditional military circles, you're only required to follow lawful orders. That is a premise on everything. So if someone orders you to murder a child, that's not a lawful order. You, of course, do not have to follow that. And so you are not going to be harmed or punished by not following it. And yet in this premise, the supposed real soldier is saying, yeah, we're going to murder these children, and that's what good soldiers do. No. In no universe, fantasy, reality, or otherwise, is that a good soldier.
No.
And I understand they're trying to set him up as the bad guy. The Empire is the bad guy. I get that.
They already did it with him because he's got the squinty eyes the whole time. Like, obviously, he's the bad guy from the
Does he have a toothpick, too?
He's got a toothpick. Just needs a fucking nickel to be flipping. Yeah.
Oh, man. It just kills me. I can't. All right. So, where do we go from here? What happened with the stalled
Nothing.
spaceship?
Nothing. Oh, hey, we have an extra coupling. Okay, cool. Let's put it in. All right. Cool. It's in. Hey, let's turn our backs and look at these xenomorph eggs. Oh, well, if we turn around, we can't see this giant fucking lizard cat that's glowing off of the coupling or capacitor field, whatever.
I liked Minox better.
It's just so stupid.
I like Minox better.
Minox are so much better, and they make sense.
Yeah. No, this is like it's like a little flying dragon that loves energy.
Cool. We've seen that.
Awesome. Okay. Way to be fucking basic in Star Wars. So Yeah, so they go and hunt it, and they're like, little sassy McSassy Pants says she wants to join us, and she's part of the team. So let's have her join
Obviously.
us.
Yeah, exactly. A child with zero
We are
experience, like
seasoned veteran soldiers, and she shot a pistol once. So okay, let's do it.
yeah, I see nothing wrong with that.
Makes no
I mean, of
sense.
course, she proves her fucking skills again because she saves Rambo. I don't remember what his
Right.
fucking name is.
That's fair, Rambo.
Because he
Yeah.
gets the mask knocked off of him.
Hunter. Yeah.
So there we go.
There's the other.
Like, you can hold your fucking breath for 2 minutes at least before you pass the fuck out.
In the vacuum of space, astrophysicists claim that you can live for like a full 60 seconds.
Yeah.
In the vacuum of space.
Yeah.
His was like, knock it off, he's out.
Yeah. They're on a moon with oxygen. Just not good oxygen.
Yeah,
Or
moon with
maybe not enough.
atmosphere. Weird. It's all fucked up.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Star Wars?
This episode, man.
Yeah, so
And then we
his
find
mask
out
is
those
knocked
aren't
off.
xenomorph eggs. So I mean, that was
Yeah.
something.
I
They're
don't.
tons.
I didn't fully grasp the interaction between the energy creature and her. It started as like, I'm going to eat your face, and then it ended with her just sort of like staring at it, visually caressing it.
Mhm.
But there was no actual moment that I can recall anyway, where there was like a connection between the two. It was just like, I want your flashlight. Here's the flashlight. You're my friend. Like, I
There
don't.
wasn't even that. There wasn't even the "you're my friend" part. There was, "Oh, you want this battery? Huh.
Nom nom
Well,
nom
fuck,
nom.
that was an easy way to defeat it. I'm gonna leave without shooting a gun."
It was just
Cool.
It was
And you
weird.
still got a depleted fucking capacitor.
Yeah.
Like, you can watch as the episode goes on. You watch the power of it deplete. Oh, okay. Let's put this in. That's like taking your remote and being like, "Oh no, it's dead. Let's put
Yeah.
some dead batteries in. That's gonna make this work."
Oh man,
Fuck.
it's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
But it
Okay.
works.
So it ends with her officially getting her own room,
Because she's never had her own room.
which is an important thing for her, I guess. And it's tough because I want to understand that this is a pivotal character development moment, but it doesn't feel like one.
No,
It's like
there's
Wrecker gave you a space to call your own, and you're acting as if he gave you a house, and that means something. Like, you had your own bunk or your own little room on the Kaminoan space station. Am I saying there? Is it the
Kamino.
Caminos? Like, that little space station. You had your own place there. You had your own
Yeah.
droid there. So don't
Yeah,
act like this is some weird construct idea.
yeah. Like, you would imagine, because she's a special project and she's like walking side by side with the people from the facility. Like, you would imagine, oh, they probably have their own room.
Yeah.
She probably has her own room.
Yeah.
Why is it a big deal that he fucking busted up the turret and put some fucking Christmas lights in there and his doll?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like
come
we're
on.
experiencing Finn's character arc over and over again, like we did in the sequel trilogy, but with her. Like, her needing to belong and be connected was fulfilled in the first episode, and then it was reinforced in the second episode, and now it's
Yeah, move
reinforced
on.
yet again in the third episode. How
Yeah,
many times do we have to relive this?
We've already watched Harry Potter. We don't need to see it
You're a
again.
wizard, Owen. I was gonna say her name, but I totally fucking forgot it.
It's Omega, but that's okay.
You're a wizard, Omega.
Because that's the problem. Like, this episode. Now, admittedly, like, this show just started, so who the fuck knows where it's
Yeah,
going to
you're
go.
right.
But this episode was just so bland. This is the kind of shit you do right before the mid-season finale.
Yeah. Well, this is, I mean, the reason why I compared it earlier, we were complaining about this with Resistance. It's like, if they just pared down the episodes to like half of what they gave us, it probably would have been a lot better. But there's like just filler content. And this whole episode felt like really awkward filler. There's no real reason to showcase those humans going and reluctantly obeying on punishment of death to the clones, order to murder children. what is that telling us? That all humans are just now slaves in the Empire? Like even the troopers? And is that a message that we need reinforced? I feel like we already kind of
Yeah.
figured that out just by troopers doing stupid shit anyway. Like, again, the sequel trilogy, Like It or Hate It, already told us that story.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why we need to see it all over again, you know, from a fresh clone batch to a fresh human batch. There's no actual benefit to it. If they would have taken this transitional approach of having human commanders in charge of clones, realizing that the clones are very different from humans in every possible way, and then having a transition like that human commander is then, you know, sort of sent to another unit, or maybe he's killed in battle, and then you have the clone just step up to take order. There's different ways to do it that maybe have been a little bit more interesting. But this, we knew Crossfire was a bad guy. We knew he would murder women and children. He tried to do it originally. And this extra boost of evil that they gave his chip, I don't know, they like etched 666 into the fucking side of the microchip or something.
Must be.
Like, he was just like extra evil. We already knew that. You don't have to tell us again or prove it in fucking. It was so stupid, and you knew that's where it was going the whole time too, like the whole time. Like, oh, you know what? Other humans, we're not going to listen to this here Commander Clone. Let's go and tell them that they're just humans and they're just children and they're just old people, and Saw Gerrera is nary to be seen. Yeah, what else is going to happen except for you go for the orders? Fuck you.
Right.
It's fucking shortcut to thinking. It's just horrible storytelling.
Yeah.
And then Tarkin's just like, woohoo! What?
Yeah, I don't like where they're taking Tarkin.
They turned him into a one-dimensional character. When he was imprisoned and being rescued by Anakin, and he's going through this arc of appreciating Jedi for their abilities and appreciating Anakin for his abilities, that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But this? Like,
No.
He's totally like fucking Snidely Whiplash.
Pretty much. This is, oh, hey, you know who should we throw in this? Tarkin. What should we do with him? I don't know, but we got him. Yeah.
We got him, guys. All right. So it was a bit of a bummer of an episode for me. Seems like it was for you as well. What was your favorite moment?
Honestly, the outro music. I fucking love the music.
I like the music too.
Like, I don't think I'd actually really paid attention to it much until today.
Until this episode.
But yeah, it's really fucking good.
Yeah.
So at least there's one good thing I could say about the show.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the music as well. That's the only upside to this. I thought the entire story all along was just really bad. What was your least favorite moment?
Oh, Christ. Pressing play on it again. No, I don't even know.
No, I can do this.
Like, the thing is, none of it was so bad that I turned it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
But none of it was good enough to actually make me care. So I would have to say that's probably my least favorite part, is the fact that it just gave me nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. My least favorite part was definitely like the entire character arc of Omega getting her room. We had already experienced that twice already now. Like, we don't need it a third time.
They don't fucking have rooms. She wants to be a part of the goddamn squad. Cool. Sleep on the fucking gonk droid that you were sleeping on. Like, Christ.
I don't... Yeah. No, it doesn't... The whole episode was the worst part. Yeah. We'd already seen all of it. We knew all of it. There's nothing that this episode showed us, in my opinion, that I was like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I learned something about Star Wars history, or the transition from clone to humans, or Ona, or anything. Like, I felt like I'd seen all of it before.
We did. We got all the setup in the first fucking episode.
Yeah. Total waste. Total waste. Now, look, I can forgive a couple bad episodes. So this is one.
We sat through 2 seasons of Resistance.
We did. We really did.
As long as it's not worse than that, I think I'm going to be okay.
Let's just do better. You can do better, Filoni. You're passing off the writing and the directing to others because you're focusing on Mandalorian. I get it. I understand. But a little oversight is needed here. At this point.
That's, you know what? He's filling the shoes of Uncle George, and Uncle George was able to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All these years before the fucking mouse took over.
Put your cowboy hat
even,
on, man.
Even the video games, the fucking novels, like everything.
Yeah.
Come on. You can do it. I believe in you.
I do too. You have our faith. One bad episode is not the end. All right. Hopes for the future. Where are they going to go next? What's next? Did this set up anything?
No. They just left. They didn't even say where they were going to begin with. Like when they left, not Rex, clone defect. I don't remember his name.
Hunter.
No.
Oh.
No. The clone that helped him get off planet in the first episode. Or was that the second episode? I don't know.
Off which planet? Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The setup before
Second
this
episode.
before this episode when they were in space. Like, I don't even think they said where the fuck they were going then.
No.
So it's like,
maybe they're going to find another friend.
Probably.
I'm gonna find another old friend.
Gonna crash into another moon.
So my hopes are that it's going to get better, and it's going to tell us information that we don't already know, and that, I mean, clearly we're going to see Crossfire. I don't even know if that's his name because I don't care, but I think it's Crossfire. Hopefully we're going to see him like fight his chip. Like the only true arc that character can have at this point is for his brothers, who he's fought with in a unit for the entire Clone Wars, to meet him again, because Omega's, say it's not his fault. It's not his fault. We can undo the programming. It's not his fault. The presumption is we can undo his programming because no one else was programmed for that. So they're going to meet at some point in the series, and they're going to struggle through, and they're going to take the chip out, and he's going to have this come to clone moment, position of belief, and he's like, I'm sorry guys, I was trying to kill you, but I just realized now that it was all because of the Emperor, and the Empire is bad, and we'll work together. And they'll all like hug, and there'll be a little bit of a hand slip down to a butt cheek and a squeeze, and then they'll like go on and fight with the rebels. Like that's what's gonna happen. Butt squeeze
exactly like that.
That's 100%
hopes. Like that. Sure. That better happen.
Wow.
I mean, really, what else? Nothing's gonna surprise me at this point.
I don't even know where they're gonna go, where they could go, where they would go that would keep us as an audience interested. Like they've already teased cloning.
Like they've already been set up for a second season.
Yeah.
And this is an 18-episode season. Like that's a lot of shit. That's more than we got with The Mandalorian, and we got more story from that.
Oh yeah. Every episode.
God, that's more than the last season of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And we got more story than that. So, yeah.
This is the problem. I love more seasons. More seasons. I love more episodes per season if it serves a greater story, as a greater narrative. If it doesn't, then there's no point in having it. Filler for filler's sake is worthless, and it makes us actually not want to watch. That's how I feel anyway. Yeah. So, all right. Anything else you wanted to cover on this thing?
Fuck this episode.
This was a bit of a shorter episode.
That's the nice thing is this did have a 27-minute runtime. Yeah. So with credits and all that shit, it was like 21 minutes. So I mean, they were at least nice on that end.
It felt like it. Just worthless. Just empty calories.
Yeah.
I just had some popcorn, like kettle corn. And in the moment, I'm like, ooh, Star Wars. And after, I'm like, ooh, gross.
Now it's like, well, that's going to make a turd.
Well, thank you all so much for tuning in, both live in chat, which we didn't have anyone, or after the fact. We invite you to subscribe to the channel and click the bell to get notified about our next video. And until the Infernal Brotherhood convenes again, may the Force be with you.
I'm part of this squad too, right?
Right.